Well, hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel this evening as the one and only Bridgeman. And my big mate, George Logan. Evening, gentlemen.
How you doing, boys? All right?
Can I say a big good evening to you and you guys on the panel here? A massive good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and a big welcome to Rangers Radio.
How we doing, George boy?
Aye, doing well. Looking forward to this. I've listened to you guys the last 3 or 4 nights, and Bridgeman going on about the 50s, well, like MC scene, and you going on about the 60s.
The 50s, there'd been a solo show with Bridge.
And then going on about the 60s and 70s. It's been great listening to you all. It's been absolutely brilliant. So I thought to myself, I'll get myself a wee bit involved tonight and see if I can contribute a wee bit tonight.
Aye. What was the names that shocked you that were mentioned, George? Was there any names that you maybe...
No, I was more, but I was thinking about last night when you mentioned a few minutes ago about David McPherson, things like that. But guys were talking about last night when certain people was named. Oh, you can't name that guy. He was only in the team 2 years and things like that, the 10-year period. But the contribution that guy maybe done in that 2 year ox is frightening. It's Gary Stevens, guys like that. He's only in the 80s for a year and a bit or something like that. But think just certain names when you actually think to yourself, my God, how long was that guy at the actual club? And he was only there he was there between the 80s and the 90s, like frightening.
We've been blessed with some great players, Bridge.
Oh, over the years, I said the other nights, you've heard me saying it, there's been some absolutely fabulous players played for us and could stand on their own and among some really, really top players in European football and world football. Really, really good. When you contrast that to playing in the third division, if you follow what I mean, it's quite a difference. Now we've had some fabulous players, great managers, and great coaches as well. So we've done very well over our history, as it tells you. Just need to get ourselves back up there again.
We're getting there. So we're going to look forward a wee bit tonight, George, but with a bit of reflection on the past, and then after the tune, we'll get down to the 90s, mate. I know you've been busy with a pen and paper all day, George.
Honestly, Oxby, I mean, you guys were talking the other night there, and you were naming 2 and 3 guys, and some of the guys, I can't just off the top of my head, I can't remember, like last night's ones, for example. And realistically, these guys could have got in any team you're talking about. You're talking about Jim Baxter, David Cooper, you're talking about guys like that. They could get in any team they wanted. Bridgeman was talking about Derek Ferguson, Ian Ferguson, guys like this. These guys should get in absolutely any team you wanted. Big Dave McPherson wasn't the greatest centre-half in the world, but he was still a good centre-half. Played a lot against for Rangers, a top Rangers team at the time. So, like Bridgeman says here, Rox, we've been one lucky team. And looking at the guys who Souness brung in, and then Walter Smith brung in, Advocat brung in. You think yourself, we have been lucky fans over the years.
I just have to read this one to you, Bridge. You'll like this one. Bridgeman should do a special award here, a special disruption caused for the Zeppelin race.
Don't tell me that'll be Cumbrian Bear or Blue Shadow or Skipper or something like that. Skipper. Well done, Skipper, my old bud. It's amazing, isn't it? Amazing.
Obviously, we've got a big game coming up at this place, George, which we've had good days, bad days, and indifferent days, to be fair,
Aye, of course we have.
What's your memories about going there, mate? What's your...
We've not had a lot of good memories over the years, Ox, the last few years, if we're being honest about it. But looking past then, the games when we weren't supposed to win, the 4-2 game, that's probably the one. I mean, we played them off the park that day.
Mendes and I think Stephen Davis was playing as well.
And Stephen Davis, Big Daniel Cousins ran amok that day, and guys like that. I mean, games we weren't supposed to get the results. Big Echiog. Games when you weren't really in. But the one for me, I mean, I ken it was only a draw, but Big Lee McCulloch, the one where he got the header. Get the equaliser. I mean, they were doing their Never Walk Alone or whatever song it was they were singing. The place was absolutely rocking. Big Jig steps up and puts one right in the back of the pokey, and the place just went absolutely silent. Things like that, like Ox, we need a big game like that on Sunday. And by the way, Ox, we can do it. That's the thing, Ken. We could go here and sell ourselves, but we can also go there. Our teams, we have got the capability to go there and do it on Sunday. If we believe in ourselves and we can play the kind of football we know we can actually play. So it's a big game on Sunday. Of course it's a big game. It's always a big game against them.
I get that. I mean, some in my time we didn't have a great sort of grown up bridge with 70s. I think Alec Miller, I had an acquaintance of yours, scored a winner there, and it'd be the first time he'd won there in about 6 years, I think.
Yeah, it was indeed. And yes, he was one of the young lads that used to play football. Obviously, young lad, younger than me. He had an older brother who was about a year older than me, Jimmy. He was a smashing player as well. Him and his pals were all good players. Great place. And yeah, you're right. 6 years, it was a long time. What a goal he scored, but what a goal.
Oh, what a goal. A throw in for Bolly Johnson.
Yeah.
I was right behind that, and the Rangers end the way hit that day. And then I think after that, we went about another 6 or 7 years before we won there, you know.
Yeah. Hard place to go to. It was always a hard place to go to, you know. We know, people of our generations know what's at stake from a socio football perspective, you know, because we all tend to drag into politics as well, what it means to us in life. And it's definitely there, and the youngsters today are probably following along those lines now as well. Took them a wee while. But that's what it meant to us. It meant the world. It meant the world. Most assuredly, very happy if you beat them. That was you for the next week or so, Ian. Most assuredly.
Can I ask you a question? Well, maybe put it to callers. George, you'll not remember when back in the 70s when the game was played, we played the teams twice. Is that silly that improved the Old Firm for you, Bridge? 4 times a season or twice? What's your preference?
Well, I'm talking about, I have to go back a wee while and say for saying sake, when before we hit our big problems, then I think the 4 games of a season were, to intents and purposes, the real games of football that I wanted to be involved in and watching and talking about. I thought the rest of the teams weren't great. Some of them were quite good, but they weren't great at all. They were no great shakes. So it was virtually nearly every season it was going to be between the 2 big ones. And yes, of course, you've got to still play and all that, but we all had the team to do it and the squad to do it. Today, well, you know, I think they've got themselves set up by the sound of things with a lot of money behind them, and they think they're just going to trample down here and they're going to do 10 in a row or something like that. Well, they now know they're in for a fight, and all the way along the line they're in for a fight, because as Rangers rise, they're going to just stay. They're just going to stand still.
Was it merely a special event when we played twice for you, or?
Well, I think what I'm trying to say is there was a lot of times we played them 4 or 5 times a season because of the cups and a lot of the replays and things like that. You know,
you can't do nothing about that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I preferred it to get 2 a season. My preference from a footballing and a league perspective, I preferred the league with the 18 or whatever it was within it. I thought that was a better league. Now, I'll be shot down here for sure. There's a lot of folk didn't like the 18 teams or the 16 teams, whatever it was. I don't like the 12. And I think, to be honest, playing them 4 times a season is only there for the telly. It's only there for the television for football.
But would they, George, if we only played twice, would they just become massive games, even bigger?
See, I don't know about that, Ox. I've never experienced it, just having the 2 games in the season. I mean, we can, a few years ago we had the 7 games in the one season, and I don't think one of the games was any weirder than the other one. They got bigger and bigger as the season went on. Actually, during the actual game, Ox, it's something I'm one of these nervous people. I didn't even like being run about them. I didn't enjoy the games during it. This week, building up to it, I love it. If you get the win, I love it as well. After the game, I love it. But it's just actually during the game I didn't like it. But I didn't think it'd be any bigger if there was only 2 games in the season. So I think it's the biggest game that you'll ever play. If you got 4 games, especially now that Scottish football is that bad, let's be honest about it. I mean, a few years ago you had a decent Hearts team, a decent half decent teams in the league. There's 2 teams in our league now, and that's it. That's the bottom line. That's the way it is. And if we get to play them 4 times a season, there's 4 big games in the season. If we cut that down to 2 games a season, I think it would maybe take the shine off the full season for you. I can't you're saying maybe make the 2 games even bigger, but I don't actually know if it would, because I think it doesn't matter how many games you play in a season, it's always huge, big, massive games against them.
All right, that's a point of view, George. It'd be interesting to see if the guys who are maybe of a different generation see it differently. If they want to join us, what's the number, Bridge?
Well, the number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, Bridge?
They can join us at Skype by going into rangersradio.online, and if you've never been in before, Foxy will bring you in and make sure you're okay.
All right. What can they talk about, George?
All things Rangers. Anything you want to talk about Rangers, we'll take a call on that. Anything at all, as long as it's about the Glasgow Rangers, the most successful team in the world, Ox.
As long as it's not too hard, George. You know.
What do you think, Ox? Do you think it was a bigger when it was the 2 games?
It's hard to say, George. You know, when I think back, traditionally the second game of the season was the New Year's Day game. It wasn't always played New Year's Day, but we would say that, and if you won that meant you might not play in the cup, because they didn't seem to play as often in the cup then as in the past as they do now. I think. What cup final was I watched? 1963 cup final, Bridge, and I'm going back a bit. It was the first time Rangers and Celtic had played in the cup in 35 years.
Yeah, there's some amazing things, you know.
I mean, you would lose money in that, George, wouldn't you?
35 years, I mean, that's absolutely frightening, Ox. I mean,
is that not just the cup final?
Cup final, aye.
Final, aye. I mean, just taking, for example, semi-finals in the last few years before the semi-finals. So, that's frightening to actually think that 35 years, like, that's unbelievable.
You know, I think there's part of me would prefer a 2-team league, George, only because I just think that it's not just the Old Firm game, the Aberdeen, everything's stale in Scotland, if I'm being honest. I don't know if that would sort it, but I think we need to try something. It's just a personal opinion. I don't know if the television companies would want to swallow it, but I just think some of the interest wanes because, you know, look at that Kilmarnock. We played them 7 times this season. We've played Aberdeen 7 times by the time we're finished. You know, they're not exactly classic football matches, are they?
No, that's the thing, Ox. I mean, the games, like you're saying, there are 7 games in a season. There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever. But I just think when it comes down to the nitty gritty, and you've got your 4 games against that lot. And by the way, Ox, I can't have not had a lot of victories against them in the last wee while, Ox. But for me, I still
you're only as good as your last game, John.
I still want the 4 games against them, Ox, a deal a day, because I think it's coming back. I mean, we beat them in the last game, and we'll see how we go on Sunday. But I actually think it's just a massive game for Scottish football, a massive game for Scotland, not the Scottish football, for the whole of Scotland. I think we need the 4 games this season. But like other wee ones, what you're saying, Aberdeen and things like that, 7 games this season, that becomes a bit pathetic, to be honest.
Richmond, what's your own particular favourite memory I might be going there?
For St Rangers Celtic matches? The cup finals were my favourites. I loved them.
No, going there. Going to Parkhead, because that's the
time. Going to Parkhead, yeah. But shall I say, actually one of the best games I saw going to Parkhead, it was really, really good. And it was one of the few times I saw Willie Henderson scoring a goal with his left foot. And I think we beat them 3-2, Glasgow Cup final at Parkhead. Absolutely great game. Absolutely great game.
It'd be hard to pick out. I think it was New Year's Day in '94. We went 3-0 up, George, and they were all fighting in the stand and everything. That was a particular favourite.
I love it.
They won the league at Parkhead as well, but that wasn't a great game. The reason I said the 4-2 game, I thought we absolutely trounced them that day after the park, and it was really a 4-1 game if you think about the way it worked out. we absolutely played them off the park, and that's why I said that. But I mean, the day when we done the huddle,
I was at that game, and I was also there when McCann scored too. There was a different atmosphere about the game that night. But my favourite, then there was the semi-final there in '98 when Big Albert scored an absolute beezer. McCoy scored with a header, just Ali being Ali. That was a fantastic game there because the stadium was split. I'm trying to think of some of the other victories we had there. Big Haley was sore on them. Big Haley was very sore on them at Parkhead. He scored some good goals there.
See these games you're talking about at Parkhead. I think I said this to you last night or the night before, whenever it was. Those games were when the old stadium, their old Midnight Stadium, when you had a full end. Yeah, but you had a full Rangers end. You didn't have it split in any way, shape or form. You had the full Rangers end, if my memory serves me right. And that made a huge difference. Big, huge difference for us, you know. For them as well, because they used to have the broom loan, and we knew how good how much they get out of that. I liked it when there was a split ends.
And then we had another one that sticks in the mind, just keep me moving. Gascoigne scored in his first Old Firm game. There was only about 2,000 there. They were just building their stands.
Yeah.
I think Neil Murray get the other goal that day, I think. There's a name for the past. And Salenko, who came with a big profile for the World Cup.
Was it 97?
In 94. Gascoigne just came, mate.
Oh, right.
Some fantastic. If I'm going to be honest with you, George, there you go. I'll plump for it because it was the circumstances. They were all battling and we went 3-0 up. We won 4-2. It should have been 10-2.
They were all battling. Love it.
Was there been 94
Excuse me.
Mikhailichenko scored 2. Loved it. That was what a new year that was. It went on for about 4 days, Bridge. Oh, we lost you.
Oh, right here, pal. Right here. I was going to say on my most favourite game on TV. Right, I know we had some fabulous games watching on television to watch. I think just for sheer drama and pantomime and theatre, I loved it. I think I've said this before. My favourite was at Parkhead was the return of Mark Hateley for the one game. He ran them into the ground. He absolutely frightened the shit out of them, really and truly. What a game. What a display by him. Marvellous. 1-0. Magic. Big Hateley gets sent off. Just stuck it in the keeper. Brilliant.
That was the one in Loudrop scrubbed out again.
That's correct, yeah. That game had everything in it. The fouls, it had everything. Malky Mackay couldn't cope with Loudrop. He should have been sent off about 3 times with the fouls he had in and Loudrop. Just incredible.
Was it Malky Mackay was chasing McCann about that time as well? Did he play in that game?
Aye, Malky Mackay did play in that game. I actually just watched that one day last week, by the way, and Tom Boyd was in that team as well, wasn't he?
Aye, McCann was superb that day. McCann was superb. There some good players playing that day. McCann, I think Amato played. Did Amato play that day? I need to check that out, but that was a fantastic day as well, mate. Maybe tell you about after the game offline, George.
When I used to go to the games, we were, to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of the Bears that I went with on the bus and things like that, we obviously wanted to win. But I think our default was, if it's a 0-0 draw, we're going here to watch it anyway, you know. So a 0-0 draw to start with, there's the default. We'll take that. But when we beat them, it was party time. Party time. I always felt that anyway, you know. Felt the boys quite level-headed, you know.
Anyway, if you want to come and join us, it's 0141 356 1972 or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. And I think Fox has been sitting there patiently coming in. Oh, he's been PMing me away. Sorry about that, Fox. I never noticed you were trying to get in there, mate. How we doing?
Hello, how we doing?
All right, mate. You must have some particular favourites at that midden.
never had favourites are gone there, mate, but I had favourites and results. I think the shame game, mate, was the most satisfying. Beating them 3-0. They acted like the animals they were. And I was very pleased when I left after that game, mate.
Aye. That was a 6:20 kick-off on a Sunday night. That was a good idea, wasn't it?
Aye. They had more fans on the park than they did players, mate. I think. What was it? 3 times they came on to attack poor Hugh Dallas. The man was having a great game. Hit him with a coin. At least the guy
they're still looking for the guys. They're still looking for the guys that invaded the pitch, because they managed to escape the clutches of the stewards and the police, which is quite just about right for this modern day, innit?
Aye, but getting back to do I prefer 4 games a season or 2 games? I like the 2 games, mate. Mm-hmm. And the reason for it was something to really look forward to. I think, as you rightfully said earlier on, playing Aberdeen and Kilmarnock 6 and 7 times a season is beyond a joke now. You need to remember, if the 2 teams are good enough, you should play them 4 times a season anyway. Both should meet in the League Cup and the Scottish Cup if they're good enough, and that would be enough for me.
Mm-hmm. That's just George has never even seen that, so it's quite a difficult call for him to make, isn't it, George?
Aye, that's what I'm saying, Ox. It's always been the 4 games a season for me. And like Fox is saying, if you're good enough, you'll get the other 2 games a season. And I mean, the season we had the 7 games. I think they were some of the most exciting games we've ever had. I mean, obviously there was, let's be honest, there was all the wrong reasons, but they're still exciting games. And I don't want to carry on with McCoist and that one out there, aye, and then it would be Juffy getting up to no good that season as well, though, that lot. So it was an exciting. It was a few exciting games, like, but maybe the build up to the 2 would maybe be that wee bit more. Can you maybe build up a wee bit more, if you know what I mean? We just being the 2 games.
Aye, I mean, it's a point of view. It'd be interesting to see what people would think, but everybody sees it slightly different, George. I don't know if the TV companies would go for it right enough, if I'm being honest, you know, but I'm in the Fox camp with this one, Fox. I'm agreeing with you, mate.
Aye, well, the whole thing, we've bowed down to the TV companies because it's one of the biggest source of income that we've got, but I think it's actually killed Scottish football as well. The old Saturday afternoon for me was the best time ever for football, and it still is.
Absolutely.
Sunday mornings, etc. Not interested, mate. I think it's about time. I don't know if anybody would agree with me that they sacked a whole lot of the administration above, and the SFA and the SPFL, and started again because they've made a right coup-d'etat in the last 10 years, mate.
Oh, I was struggling to put up a case for the defence there, Fox. I'm in your camp again. I've agreed with you twice in one show.
Hey, you 2 give it up or go and get a room, for God's sake.
Well, that's happened before, Bridge. That's happened before.
Not very often, mate. Can I just say, did you manage to get to was it 1999? We beat them 3-0 at Celtic Park.
I was at that game, yes. Yes. That was Neil McCann and Albert's apparently, yeah.
Yeah. These are just wonderful times, by the way. Just wonderful.
You know, some fantastic players, but I don't want to mention them because I might kill George's thunder for after the tune. George.
No. George is going to rhyme them all off. No problem at all.
Did we beat them 4-0 that season as well, Ox? Was that the following season when Albert scored the 2 and?
That was, believe it or not, George, believe it or not, this is how sad this is. On this day, (2000), Rangers 4, Celtic 0, with goals for Kanchelskis, Alberts, and Van Bronckhorst 4-0 would beat them.
That's the one I'm thinking about, Ox. Because did Albert's no score by a scissor kick or something like that? And it was being Neil McCann set up. He went past the goalkeeper, didn't he? And flicked it through the goalkeeper's legs or something. And Albert's was a scissor kick or something to make it, and then Van Bronckhorst scored with his left foot to outside the box to make it 4-0. That was the day we won the league. Was that 2000?
It's good as
2000 now.
I don't know if we actually won it that day. I think we won it at Perth, but
I think I was.
Did that not take us 12 or 15 points clear or something when we beat them that day? I can't remember, something like that.
Yeah. That was Ibrox that game, but George, you know.
That's what I was thinking. That was a good team too. We moved Van Bronckhorst and Alberts. I mean, just even the goal scorers there: Van Bronckhorst, Alberts, and Kanchelskis. I mean,
world class, eh? World class.
Who would you say was the poorest out of them, Alberts?
Not at all.
You mean financially?
Oh, I mean, Van Bronckhorst had some career and
world class. I thought that George Alberts was probably European class. I think he was a superb player, certainly for us. And I'd love to. I just loved him to see him getting that on an international level, because I thought he was one fantastic player, certainly for us anyway. Fantastic player, and whatever he got, it was thoroughly deserved.
I'm sure some people will mention him when we talk about the 90s, Bridge.
I think so, pal.
Anyway, people want to give the phone. What's the number, Fox?
0141 356 1972. Or they can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online.
Oh, without even asking there, Bridge.
No, it just didn't.
Talking about the three players there, Kanchelskis, Van Bronckhorst, and Alberts. Now, Ken Alberts was Rangers and in Germany and things like that, and Kanchelskis came for Everton and Man United and came out here and was in Russia and played at World Cups and that. And Van Bronckhorst went on to play in a World Cup final and things like that. I think, Kanchelskis was probably, I think if you had to ask somebody who wasn't a Rangers-minded person, they'd probably say it was out between Kanchelskis and Van Bronckhorst. But for me, Alberts was up there because I don't think Kanchelskis performed in a lot of games. I was quite disappointed when he stood in the ball and things like that. And who was it who played the Foley meet St Johnstone, and he was feared to take a tackle and things like that. So I ken he was world class what he done down in Old Trafford and things like that. But I don't think we would be paid from $5.5 million or something like that. Was it something like that? I don't think we got our value for money for that guy. That
might be wrong for memory again. I think he scored an absolute peach through Dunfermline with a volley one night.
Remember that one? Absolute screamer right in the top corner. He did. He had that in his locker, Ox. Of course he did. But even the goal we were talking about, he scored out of them. Did run half the length of the park and put it past the keeper as well? But I think we paid $5.5 million for him. And that day when he stood in the ball was against Ayr United. They stood in the ball and looked to her, and that's great doing that. But the following week, I'm sure it was either Kilmarnock or St Johnstone we played against, and they went hiding and never even touched the ball and things like that. So you never got Alberts doing that, or Van Bronckhorst doing that, Ox.
Aye, well, different. I'm sure we'll come on to it, George, but it's going to be difficult to put 11 pairs into all these holes in it, Bridge.
Oh, and two. But I've got my 11. I'm only kidding. It's going to be good. It's going to be good rhyming off.
It's going to be good, George. You're the man. You're going to chair it tonight, George, and see where it takes us.
And let's hope there's no fighting tonight. Okay, no falling out, no arguments. So you have to just go on with it and accept that yous are all rang.
Remember that? We could remember Hogan's Heroes. This could be Logan's Heroes.
Logan's Heroes tonight, aye. I like that one. I like it. Well done, Ox. Yeah.
Anyway, Jimmy's also joined us, mate.
Oh, evening, JFK. How you doing, Mel Bucker?
Evening, guys. All right, George. All right, Fox, Bridgeman, and Ox. How you all doing tonight? All right.
How you doing, Jimmy? How's the back?
It's still a wee bit sore, mate, but I'm persevering, mate.
Is the vodka vodka's not helping you then?
Vodka tonight, mate. A lot of tablets tonight.
Just the trouble with him, he uses a liniment. He does Bridges.
So it's 90s night later on, God's sake,
Aye.
Hardly people picking them off.
Fabulous times, JFK, but we'll come to that,
Yeah.
What be your memories of going to that place?
Oh, like Fox, the infamous day when Mr. Dallas get hit, and that was a great day. But one of my best memories, obviously the 70s was a great time, especially 75. I remember a game we played against the Puddle Drinkers and Derek Parlin scored. We drew one each of them. That was the year we went on to the Colin Steen goal to win the league against Hibs.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that sticks out for me is when the Puddle Drinkers were starting to go down the toilet, as they say. And it was a New Year's game, the 1st of January at Pedo Dome. And we beat them 4-2. That was a great game that day. Mikhailichenko scored 2, Kuznetsov scored 1, and Big Mark scored 1 as well. It was a roar of a game, cracking game. But like all games against the Puddle Drinkers are all good. It was great to beat them there. I've done that a few times, You remember the season we beat them 5-1 and they beat us 6-2 when we went to their ground, So it holds a lot of good memories, but also I think it mostly holds bad memories. No for the sake of the score. I just think it's a terrible place to go and watch football. Even when, and I don't know, no disrespect to George, I don't know if George has ever actually managed to stand in the old Rangers End terrace at Pedo Dome, but it was a death trap. So, but no, it was, the memories are gone there as good winning, but going to and from the game was always a nightmare, no matter what bus you were on or if you were walking or whatever. But it'd be great to get a result against them on Sunday. As you all saying yourself earlier on, but that'll take care of itself. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it tremendously.
I had some good memories there. I remember that was one of my favourites, mate. The 1994 game, mate.
Yep.
I can even tell you the party I ended up at.
I ended up at a party in Apsley Street. I can't remember her name though. We better watch your wife's listening.
Oh, you better shush.
By the way, you're going to get... That's it. You better hope your wife's not on Facebook or whatever they call it.
Well, you've not seen her face, have you?
No, but I'm saying you better watch it because... who's this stickman, Jimmy? Who's this stickman, Jimmy?
Let me work my way up and down Apsley Street, see if I can come up with a name.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. You put me off now, JFK.
Can I just ask you guys in the panel a question, and the boys in the lobby? At the present moment, if you watch the news and they were talking about bad atmospheres at the game, and there's coin throwing, and they keep mentioning, for instance, that a referee or a linesman, a referee assistant, get hit in the head with a coin, and then they'll show you something like a bottle coming in very close to a Celtic player. And I'm thinking to myself, why don't they show Hugh Dallas with the blood running down his head being hit with a coin at Celtic Park? Why don't they show that and let the world see that's what it was like then? And it's still the same. They're still throwing coins. Still looking for the same culprits, isn't they? Still looking for the same culprits.
I think the thing about it is, I'm not condoning what the boy done at Livingston. He got huckled or he handed himself in. I believe his life turned into a wee bit of a mess. Got a bit of jail time. And then we see them, nobody else seems to have the accountability that our clubs got, that's what I can see is annoying about that, but listen, you remember Rixon getting hit with lighters and all sorts, got to take
absolutely.
The corner kicks there, JFK,
They're still looking for the guys that threw the bananas at Walters.
I mean, it's always going to be that way, Oxshire. That's the way it is, and we're meant to sit down and accept it. And it's about time that the Rangers board stood up and be counted here, and there's an ongoing situation now that Rangers have written to the BBC regarding a news item about domestic violence. I don't know if anybody's seen
that, mate. I've seen that, mate.
And the lassie that was sitting getting an interview and that, she just rhymed off, more or less. I mean, it's disgusting that after a football match that women have to come home and they're beaten up after the Rangers result. And then they just went on and spoke about, so why did she have to just spout out Rangers all of a sudden, And
she said it's not. It's what she tried to make. I don't know what emphasis she was putting on it, but she's saying what we're not speaking of is that abuse is getting a black eye after the Rangers lose.
Aye.
I think I know we always kind of joke about the sort of Tim's wives, maybe Bernadette Berg up to the hospital out away, something like that,
Aye.
But I think that's what she was meaning, to be honest. And I think absolutely scandalous once again to the BBC, once again. And they're not getting nothing. They're just laughing it off, pal. They're just laughing it off.
I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think it is. I mean, I'm old enough to obviously to been following the Jazz a long time, and I thought the violence, and I'll call it violence, because it was like a square go between about 500 sometimes in the Rangers end. And I thought then, in the late 60s, early 70s, getting into probably late 70s, getting into probably obviously the riot at Hampden and the horses come on apart. But being at many a game in the old Rangers end when the terracing had opened up, and it was, as I say, it was a 200-man square go, and I thought it was worse then.
That was just a bit of team bonding, Jimmy. Supporter bonding.
Hey, if you were a Partick boy and you were fighting a Bundy, it wasn't, mate. I tell you.
I think we have to be honest and say that wasn't it. It happened at both ends, no matter what it was, no matter where they were, whatever. Because it was all the gang culture in those days was territorial stuff, wasn't it? It was it was down to well, there's that mob for such and such a place. Let's get them. And you're all watching the same team. Like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Bang! The next thing you know, you're all leathering each other.
I just hope that on Sunday, I'm not saying this tongue. I wish Rangers had refused the tickets for the game on Sunday. And I know there's guys out there going shouting nonsense, Jimmy, and that. But I'm thinking for their safety. I know everybody's going to look after themselves, but I think the way that it's been dealt with the pedos and the Glasgow's finest, that Rangers haven't dealt with well, and I can understand the guys, because like myself and a lot of guys that used to go to Portkey, it was, you wanted to go and see your team play no matter where they were playing. So I just hope the 850 guys and women who are there on Sunday, and I said this last week, I hope they're protected. I mean, I'm not saying that to be safe, because I know they'll all be safe in their own way, but they need to be protected. And that's my big fear. On the way in and out the ground, they need to be protected, guys.
Obviously it's changed. You used to go there with 20,000. You've gone there with 800. I don't fancy the odds, but I think I get your sentiment, GFK. I just always find it difficult to tell a young boy that he can't go when we go to go.
No, you're right. I totally 100% agree with you, Oxshare. Because you and I went to many of the games and that, and when we were young once, and and we follow Rangers everywhere and anywhere, and it's hard to turn into somebody and say you can't go to the game. I can totally understand that.
I also understand the sentiments about how it's changed and the safety's no numbers anymore,
No.
I don't know, guys. I still don't understand why the Rangers fans need to be herded in to Celtic Park. Why can't they make Celtic Park accessible to the fans of both sides? Why can't they police it properly? I just don't understand. So I do not understand.
I'm hearing the story they want them in the seats for the Saturday night, mate.
But
I wouldn't be surprised.
See what you're saying there, Bridgeman. I think what it is I think they're trying to force Rangers' hand and forcing other organisations, i.e. the police, to try and overturn the situation that we've created at Ibrox, is to look after our own fans. And they
understand that, Jimmy. All I'm meaning is that there's 800. Oh, go on in.
We're joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
Hi, Ox. It's Albert here.
Hi, Albert. How you doing?
You, mate.
No bad. How are you, the guys?
Listen, you better, if you don't phone into the show, you need to check in because we're worried about you.
Just listen there. I get my gander up there what Bridge was saying about this. No, I agree with you, Bridge. What it was is you're asking what the question is. I don't understand what they're doing. There's one simple thing what they're doing at Parkhead on Sunday. It's to humiliate the Rangers fans and it's humiliate the club. That's what it's all about.
100%. And I'm asking the question, why can't the police just do their job and police the place properly? They don't need anything to do anything special other than what they do at Ibrox for the Celtic fans.
But it shows you how much in cahoots the council, the police and the media are with them. When they actually can get the police to agree to this safety nonsense. Safety nonsense, wasn't safety nonsense, my mate. The last time they were up there, they were getting attacked. They were walking a gauntlet and getting attacked, and that was going back to the buses. No mention of that. No mention of this at all. So this carry on will go at the moment. As far as I'm concerned, I want the Rangers board to turn out and say, right, if that's the way it's going to be, you are getting this at Ibrox. You are getting, and by the way, see if they win, which I hope they don't, and I pray they don't. That's all about humiliation. He's staying an hour after the game, he's standing there and get humiliated. Look what they done the last time. That stayed managed carry on the last time. You're sitting going, that's not right. If they win the game, Rangers fans should be let out right away. Let them get home. Let them go away.
I don't have to give it. By the way, it's one of the few times I've seen our manager get really irate. And if you look back at our victory, George, on the 29th, that's the first team set of players I've never seen them shake hands with. And I believe it was all to do with that lap honour in a league game that he felt it was, as Albert was saying, it was to try and rub it into our team, you know.
That's exactly what they're trying to do, yeah. Sorry, George.
No, that pleased me that day, Ox, because that's the thing. Win, lose or draw, he conducts himself well and he shakes hands. And some of the times I think to myself, I maybe couldn't bring myself to doing that. But to be fair to Steven Gerrard, he does it, Ox, and he shakes their hands on the way off. And win, lose or draw is always the same. But that day, he was more concerned about his own players, and he's turned his back on them. And a lot of them, like wee laddies, were coming out as if to say, "See, you got to shake my hand," and he kept his back, turned to them the whole way. And that's exactly that was for the way they conducted themselves that day when they beat us. Ox, they beat us and they done the lap of honour, but they didn't have tact the way they had tact. There's plenty to go at the end of the season, and now we're going to have to go there this week. And win, lose or draw, we're going to have to get kept in that ground for an hour after the game. So it's a bit of an embarrassment, to be honest. Like that's, but I hope our players are really up for this on Sunday, Ox, and really give something to cheer about on Sunday. I really do.
Yeah, I hope so.
So can I ask a question, guys? Can I ask a question? Why would they want to keep obviously anybody can answer this. Why do they want to keep the Rangers fans in, apart from the humiliating part of it? Why do they want to do this? Are they saying it's for safety purposes?
Yeah.
What safety purpose are they talking about? Is it Rangers fans are going to be attacked when they get out, or is it Rangers fans are going to attack the Celtic fans?
Well, I think they don't want to come out and say it, but I think it sticks out that they don't trust their own fans to attack us. You know, the fact of the matter is, as Albert saying there, you know, that we've been humiliated again. You know, when they came to our park, right, we put the barriers up. Well, what we also done is we shut off the whole of Broomloan Road. You weren't allowed, if you were coming back from the wee Rangers club, you had to take a certain way around. You weren't allowed to walk here, you weren't allowed to walk there to accommodate 850 puddle drinkers. Now, there's 850 blue noses going to be there on Sunday, and they're going to be herded like cattle.
Correct.
And the Rangers board are allowing this to happen. It's an absolute disgrace. And their silence is deafening, as they say, because they need to come out and speak about it. No, because I still say I hope that they're protected, because no, I just don't see the sense in it. No, 850 guys herding in like that. They've been told where they need to congregate. I've heard a lot of rubbish about, it's for their own safety. My arse, it's for their safety. Right, it's to stop them attacking them. Well, obviously it's for their safety. I stand corrected that way. But it's because they'll attack our fellow blue noses. Our guys will not cause trouble. It's an absolute disgrace, and Robertson and Mr. King need to stand up and be counted here and make a statement after it. And I just hope any guys that are in the lobby or any that's listening out there, please be careful in Sunday and be vigilant. Look after one another, because you might need
It's another ploy by Fat Lywell to try. This is what he's trying to do, right? He's doing this and putting pressure on the fans and trying to humiliate the fans so he can open a dialogue with King and Robertson. Because Dave King's turned around and says when he kicked him out of Ibrox, that's it, we're selling that season tickets, they're no getting back. Now I remember Lywell coming out that week and turning and says, well, I'll have a word and we'll get this sorted out. I'm saying to myself, who do you think you are? You get a word telling who's going to get in our part and who's not going to get in our part. You can go and take a flying whatever to yourself. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to make a bold statement here. As far as I'm concerned, if Rangers board ever go back and let them back into, give them that end back at Ibrox again, I'll not be back at Ibrox. I'll walk out and I won't get back. I'm sick of them coming to Ibrox and humiliating his fireworks and fucking I don't know what, man, and never getting pulled up for it, and the Rangers never saying anything about it. I've had enough of it. I'm totally and utterly had enough of being humiliated with this mob. I don't know how you feel, guys, but I feel strong about it. I'm telling you.
I can hear that in your voice, Albert.
Albert, don't give up your season ticket, man.
I'll not give it up. I'll keep paying. What I'll do, Bridge, is I'll keep paying my season ticket, but I'll give you my nephews and all that and let them go to the football. But I'll not step back in there if they let them in. I'll always help the Rangers. They'll never get me to stop helping the Rangers.
But when you go back and fence, when you continue supporting the club, and
I will do.
If you don't go Beach Bridge, you'll the supporter.
I can't afford that. I can't afford that.
That's how strong I feel about it, Bridge. I really do feel I'm up for it.
Yeah, I understand, pal. I'm still absolutely dumbfounded that the last game at Celtic Park there, it was the Celtic supporters were crushing. They got crushed, and it was a badly arranged walkway. So somewhere along the line, all these fans were rushing in there and crushing, and all of a sudden there's a safety problem at Celtic Park. The safety problem, what's that got to do with Rangers fans? It was all Celtic fans, and it was outside the stadium, underneath the stadium. What's that got to do with worrying about? Don't worry about the Rangers fans. Just look after the Rangers fans. That's what you should be doing, Celtic and the police. Looking after the Rangers fans, 100%. None of this crap about keeping them in for 2 hours or an hour. None of this crap about getting them in the stadium for 2 hours so that everybody could run about and shout and hate you, blah, blah, blah. They should have been getting marched wherever they congregate, Brighton Cross, just for saying sake. And then they walk along. Everybody there, walk along, walk back, or bust along and bust back. And no Celtic fan should be allowed to be anywhere near them. That's my thoughts.
There's a Ibrox to that last game, Bridge, man. That annoyed me. 29, we got a 1-0 victory. And by the time the final whistle went, you looked at where they were, and 800 fans were already away down the stairs. They shouldn't have been allowed to leave already. They've been tying scarves onto their posts and doing the jig up and doing the Ibrox when they've been winning recently. We get a win and they're allowed to go away down the stairs and not even seeing it. No, for me, they should have been kept in the ground the whole time and let us do what we wanted to do, by the way. I think that was terrible. That was the start of it straight away.
But George, that's what I'm trying to say. The same police, it's the same police that done the safety for Ibrox, and the Celtic fans, they weren't, they never get kept in. They got them away as quickly as possible, and away they went down the Broomloan, which was blocked off, and nobody else could get near it other than Celtic fans.
To be fair, George, we were that far ahead, some of them left at half time,
Exactly.
But that's what they should be doing for the Rangers fans. When the end of the game comes, no matter what happens, the end of the game comes, the Rangers fans should be moved out and the Celtic fans kept in. And they can all be parties together.
They could do that, Bridge, because they could do that because we made it safe for them coming in and out the ground. We made that the tin barrier, went up near border, they got in and out the ground however they wanted. We're not getting that opportunity. We're getting put in like Jimmy
Savile Row.
We're getting Savile put in a wee cage, and we're getting horsed in and horsed back. We've got to be there at a certain time because they can't guarantee your safety. We guaranteed their safety by making a tunnel for them to go in and go out. Simple as that.
You know, George, there's a lot of guys feel it. Sorry.
And that was on Lywell's recommendation, by the way. Let's not kid ourselves on. He demanded that. To me, we cowtail that big fat clown too much.
I agree with you. Look, it's been said on here before. I've been saying it, and I would love it to happen, but I would never demand that it happens or anything like that, because there's a lot of Rangers fans wanting to go and see their club no matter where they're playing, because they're full of people and we need them.
Sorry.
No, but
sorry,
for me, just the same as Jimmy was saying, I've said it for a long time. The way we've done it, we've just to tickets to 800. If they did that last time at Parkhead and there was problems, they came to Ibrox and the same police managed to work the thing out at Ibrox, how to get the fans in and out safely. Now they're turning around and saying they can't do it for whatever reason. Then Rangers, they should tell Rangers that we can't protect you. That's all they need to do. We can't protect your fans. We don't have the facilities. We don't have the abilities. Call it what you like, and just say don't let the Rangers fans come in for their own safety, and then we'll see what the authorities say. But the police need to say that. Sorry, boys.
When you go, Albert, you might come in there then, GFK.
I'll tell you, we're talking earlier on about their memories up at Parkhead. I'll tell you my memory at Parkhead. Do you know how many times I've been to Parkhead? Once in my life, and even then, it was my mate that dragged me up. I didn't want to go up. And you know where I ended up? I ended up in their stand, right? And it ended up, it was a game where Jimmy Nicholl scored his own goal and Davy Cooper scored. I can't remember the year, but it's that far back. I ended up walking out there covered in spittles and everything because I cheered. He's saying to me, don't you jump up if he scored. Cooper scored enough. Off my nut, usual, in front of them all. And they all went mental or a sparkle. I'm telling you, that's my only memory, my one and only memory, because I don't go to their grunt. I don't want to get in their grunt, and I don't want to give them money or anything. I wouldn't give them the steam after the proverbial. Honestly, I don't hate. I'm going to say I hate them that much. I just will not go there.
It's a point of view, JFK.
And it's a point of view I share. You know, my last time at Breeze Block Mansions was, I can't remember the exact year, but we get beat 3-2 that day. We were winning 2-1 at half time, and McDonald scored 2. And I've told this story before. I mean, where we were only 6 or 7 seats in for the segregation line, and the police were doing nothing. And we were getting hit with everything, and the police weren't interested. And I didn't go on a supporters bus that day. We and a couple of pals went, and it was a scary journey home. And you know something? I'll admit that me and my pals, we had our scarves inside our jackets to get home. We felt we'd take out of there as soon as we could. I didn't have a Rangers tap on, but I put my Rangers scarf, same as we did, inside our jackets, and we walked towards Brigton Cross till we felt reasonably safe. It was an intimidating atmosphere, and that day, and you know me, Oxford, we've been to a lot of hostile places like Pittodrie and Easter Road when things were really hot, and but that day really, I've got to put my hand up and say it frightened me, and I thought, I'm not coming back here. There's no way I'm coming back. If I can't be protected by the police, then what chance have I got? So like Albert, I know I can hear the passion in his voice and I would say to him, think again about no gain up your ticket, but I know you're going to probably pass it on to somebody else, but if they get back in, but it'd be better if you were there and vent your anger to them. But I feel the same as him. No, the big no more money off of me. That was the last I got then, and that will be the last I'll ever get for me. So I can appreciate and I can feel the passion and the tension that the guys have got about having to go. And I keep saying, and I will keep saying it, I hope they're protected on Sunday. I really do. And I don't think I'm going over the top with saying that. I just think it's a disgusting situation that the Blue Noses have been put in. And Rangers are more disgusting at times by not coming out and saying what they should be saying. Is that protect your fans. Yes,
Jimmy, see all the boys that go to the away games, especially that Midden. I mean, I admire them. I really do admire them, by the way. But they're getting put in through things that we never get put through. Because I used to follow the Rangers all over the place, apart from there. Right? These boys they know are getting humiliated. They're getting treated like. I mean, it's unbelievable badly the way they're getting treated. And my hat goes after them. I really feel sorry for them. And you sit and look at them. They'll sing a song. They'll do something stupid, as most fans do. But it's highlighted, blown out of all proportion. You're going to calm down. I mean, the money these boys are generating into all these clubs up and down the country, man, should be applauded. No slaughter what they were getting, the way they're getting slaughtered.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. They should be applauded for what they're doing.
We've reached that time of the evening. Get yourself on mute, and we'll have a tune for your Fox. Blood and Thunder liked it, Bridge.
Oh, that's a back knackered now. It's twirling that stick like mad.
You weren't dancing, were you, Jimmy?
Hey,
come on.
Stick was out.
Oh my God. Big holes in the ceiling.
He's not repaired the last lot yet.
Ain't been a plasterer. Oh boy.
Right. We're going to rewind and John, you with us?
Oh, aye, with bells on, Ox. I'm here with bells on.
Right. You'll be looking forward to this for a few
He's
nights.
sitting waiting on that one, I'll tell you, boy.
Right, okay. We'll let you start the ball rolling. How are you setting this team up, George? What's the formation?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Realistically, I would say a 4-4-2, eh?
All right, fair enough.
Would it be a 4-4-2 for the 90s box, or would that be a 4-3-3?
For me, I think 4-4-2 would be.
Yep.
4-4-2. Well, there you go then. Aye, that's your other setup. But when you actually think about the players you could be leaving out in that, 4-4-2 is good enough for me. Like.
All right, mate. What about you first with your goalkeeper?
Well, you said not to start any arguments, but I'm going to say two names right now, and it's going to cause arguments. I mean, you go for the early 90s for Andy Gorham to the late 90s for Stefan Klos. And again, people's got to say Stefan Klos was, I think he joined in 98, was it he joined? But for me, they're two of the best goalkeepers we've ever had, and two of the best goalkeepers in the world at one time.
All right, JFK?
It's got to be Andy Gorham. I can appreciate what George is saying, but Andy Gorham, 91 to 98, so for me it's a no-brainer, Andy Gorham.
Oh, on you go, Bridge.
Yeah, Gorham for me, pal. Gorham. By the way, can I just say well done, George, because Klos was an outstanding goalkeeper for us as well. So, but I think Andy Gorham gets it.
Gorham, Klos. So I think I would go for Gorham in the 90s, mate. I think so.
Who's all better?
You're maybe not arguing who's the better goalie, but you're maybe saying who's the best in that era. I think Allbear's still with us. How we doing,
yep.
Allbear? You still there?
I'm still there, guys. Aye, the goalie for me, mate. The goalie.
Andy Gorham. Fox would be a good self, mate.
It's going to be Gorham, I think. There's no doubt about it. He was there for the major part of the 90s, mate, and top number one all during that time, mate, for me.
All right. We'll move on to the right back position. Bridgeman.
Oh, God. Just all the names have just flew right out of my head when you said. As soon as you said Bridgeman, all the names just.
All right, we'll come back to you, mate. We'll come back to you.
Mate.
Don't beat yourself up. JFK.
Sergio Parini.
Oh, what a shout! Mr. Consistency, yeah.
Yep. What a player he was.
I don't think we realised how good he was till he wasn't there.
Yep. Fantastic engine. What a player he was. Right, Mr. Consistency, as you said. So my right back would be Sergio Parini.
And you've got to give the scouting staff 10 out of 10 for that. They went into Italy and got Amoruso and Parini out of Italy. The only two Protestants in Italy. It's brilliant.
Good shout, Allbear.
What about yourself, Allbear? Right back, would you argue with Parini?
No, I wouldn't argue with that. No, I mean, the guy was class. Stevens wasn't still there, was he?
He played into
2 years. He was there for 2 years, in the 90s.
For me, it's between them, but I would go with Jimmy. I would say Parini.
I would struggle to go against Parini. I'm just thinking there. There was a bloke coming in from Aberdeen we thought was going to be a star. Never quite worked. Stephen Wright never worked out.
Aye, that's right.
Parini. I would argue about that. Left back, GFK.
Davy Robertson. What a fantastic player Davy Robertson was.
Underrated for you?
Yep, definitely. Absolute wonderful player. Never get the credit it was due. He played 251 games for Rangers, scored 19 goals between 1991 and 1997. Fantastic defender. For me, the best left back I've had in a long, long time. Probably the best left back that I've seen at Rangers. So I'd go for Davy Robertson.
Fast, strong in the tackle.
Yep.
Yeah. Great shout, mate. Bridge?
Yeah, I would go with Robertson as well, and I would agree with Parini. You know, my mind jumped when you said it, because you know what I was thinking? I was thinking Fernando Rickson, but he didn't come until about the 2000 time or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
The noughties. So yeah, but I'll go Parini and Robertson there.
Right enough.
I'd like to see what Big George says.
Hard copper fullbacks, right? Big George, your left back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I can't really argue, but I'm going to try my hardest here. When you say David Robertson, of course, David Robertson, 98 year at the club or something, absolutely fantastic. When you got Gary Stevens on the other side, I don't think there's many people could have came up against him, and Perini, fair enough, they too, but I think Gary Stevens for me. But at left back, Davy Robertson. But for me, and I ken it was later on, and I ken it was much later on, but Arthur Newman was world class. Arthur Newman was probably the best left back I think we've ever had, and I ken he's later on, and I ken, but we're talking about the 90s, and he came in the 90s. We had Michael Ball, obviously. I think he was just either late 90s or early 2000s. But for me, Arthur Newman was probably the best left back I've ever seen in my life.
Well, fair enough, George.
He came to Rangers in 1998, didn't he? Was it 98 or 99 or something like that?
98, I think it was, Bridge. I think he was world class, Bridge. I think we signed him for, I think it was $5 million for that World Cup squad, and Man United signed that boy Jaap Stam for whoever it was for $10 million, and that was they were getting they got him and we got him. I think he was world class, Bridge. I really do.
I agree with you there, by the way.
Aye, Arthur Newman, what a player! What a man.
He was a good player. Aye, 1980 came. Aye, good player.
I would go for during that era. I would have to plump for Davy Robertson for us. Athletic, but as an out-and-out football player, I would agree with Newman was maybe just a class above, but I think Robertson just shaded it for me because of his performance week in, week out. You know, but it's all about opinions, but what a shout, Arthur Newman, mate. What a shout.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll get, what's the fullbacks we've got in this team, Bridge, in?
Perini and Robertson.
Arthur Newman on the bench, unbelievable.
Newman's there or thereabouts, you know.
Right,
and what's the big George says? Gary Stevens was there for a couple of years, so you know you could have put him in there as a sort of in brackets, Gary Stevens, but Perini did nothing wrong for us.
What a couple of players that would be bombing forward. Right, centre back, George.
Well, obviously, Ken, you mentioned him last night, but for me, you've always got to mention Richard Gough. Richard Gough was just Mr. Rangers for me. Everything you ever want in a captain, and anybody ever wants to play with Rangers, you just look at this guy. And again, you're going to go for your Amorussos and all these guys because they were all they lifted a lot of cups for us and trophies and that. But one of my favourites, one of my all-time favourites, I always go for Gough, but I always got to go for Big Bjorklund as well. I thought Big Bjorklund was different class, Ox.
Very, very fast player.
Yeah.
Remember much about him, old bear?
I remember him well. I remember him well.
Very fast defender.
Yeah, but for me it's Bomber Brown.
Oh, what a shout!
Yeah.
Yeah, JFK.
Old bear stole my thunder there. I mean, I picked three for a centre. Yeah, no, it was Bomber, Big Gough. I know we had him in the team last night, but if I was just because we picked Gough last night, I'm going to go for Bomber and Craig Moore.
We need two off you, please.
Brown and Moore.
Brown and Moore.
Yeah.
All right.
Only because we picked Gough last night.
That's fair enough. I mean, the both, so they two, the character they showed, you know.
Yep.
You know, first shout. We'll go with a centre-half expert. Let me think. See if I can see one. How'd you go, Bridge?
I would have went for certainly Craig Moore. I thought Craig Moore was excellent and Bjorklund was excellent. I think Amoruso would have got it in there for me. I thought his first season he sort of came in and a fanfare, but it didn't quite happen for him. And he had all the nonsense with the captaincy and so on and so forth. But, you know, and later on, seriously, I thought he was fantastic for us. Just loved him. It was a great centre-half for us. So I'm stuck between Amoruso and he's the one that would partner him would be either Bjorklund or Craig Moore. And Jimmy's convinced me that Craig Moore will be it. So I'll go for Bjorklund, Amoruso and Craig Moore.
All right. I'm going to go for Big Gough along with Amoruso. There you go.
Good shoots.
That would be my shout.
We've got Goff, 3 or 4 for Goff tonight, so he's an automatic going in for that number-wise. We've got you're going for Amaruso, and I went for Amaruso. That's 2 for Amaruso, and I think we've got 2 for Craig Moore. So what does Albert say?
John Brown.
2 for John Brown, right? Okay.
2 for John Brown, aye.
You know what I mean? It's
wait a minute. There's one there, man. Mr. Fox.
I would go for John Brown and Craig Moore.
Yeah.
Wow, he's put the cat among the pigeons.
Hey, a man who knows what he's talking about. I can understand what he's saying.
I'll tell you why I like Craig Moore was I thought he was very underrated.
Yep.
And the more years he was at Ibrox, the better centre half he became.
Yeah, therefore.
So it's down to the numbers, just the numbers then, isn't it?
What have we got?
Well, Goff is 1, and it's between Craig Moore and Bomber Brown, isn't it? Really?
Bomber Brown's at 3, you know?
So is Craig Moore now.
Oh, is it?
Well, Foxy just mentioned Craig Moore, you see.
So who's all get 3 then?
Lawberry's doing them in Gates, mate. Leave him. He's quite happy.
So Goff, Brown, and Moore have all get 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
All right, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll give George Logan the casting vote.
There you go. Good idea.
I think when you talk about the guys there, I mean, I can't bite you're talking about Bomber Brown, but I think Craig Moore came on again for Rangers. I really did. I think he was, like I was saying about Richard Goff, Craig Moore was everything I think you wanted in a defender. And he was probably underrated, but he really was when he was at Rangers, if we're honest about it, because the guys we had running about. I think he left us and went to Crystal Palace and went to Mönchengladbach or something like that as well a long time. But I like big Craig Moore. I'd go for Craig Moore.
Okay, so it's Goff and Moore as the 2 centre halves. Okay.
I'm going to say, when I seen that getting picked when we started this tonight, it just shows you, Jimmy.
Opinions. Aye.
So that's Goff in the 80s team and the 90s team.
Aye. I mean, Bomber Brown, the same as Albert there and Fox. I mean, one of the most underrated players. You know what a player Bomber is.
Consistent.
Brilliant player. And as Fox said, Craig Moore, but just became one of the stalwarts at Ibrox. You know, and but Goffey deserves a place there as well. So I've not got any arguments for that. Well done, George.
But Barry Ger came out with a cracker there. One of my favourite players at Ibrox. He wouldn't be there long enough to I would imagine, for anybody to warn him. But Boomsong, I thought Boomsong was tremendous for Rangers.
He was all right. Steady. Steady.
Could we not stick John Brown in at right back? I don't think he deserves to be at the team.
You want to drop Perini?
That's only my opinion. It goes by the number of votes.
Right. I wouldn't say any more then, Fox, huh?
No.
I'll
just shut up.
I can see where Fox is coming from, because when I was picking my team, Fox, it was my right back would have been either Perini or Brown, but I thought Brown in there would go off and or Craig Moore. So, but no, John. See if Shove came to push, guys, I'm going to agree with Fox here. I'd rather see John Brown in the team than Perini at right back. So if we can put John Brown in there, it's either Perini.
I don't want to upset you, JFK, but it's not just.
No. I'm thinking the same as Fox, because Perini's a cracking player and John Brown. But I thought this could be a space for the two of them. But I can understand. But if I had a choice now, I'd put Brown in there.
Perini's in my pen, so he's in me.
He's in my pen then. It's inked in, it's tattooed on.
I'd have put Craig Moore at right back, because he played right back.
Instead of Perini, like.
Just put Claudia Rayner right back.
What's that, man?
What a player he was. Now we're getting to real football players now.
Right.
Right, so we move into midfield. What's our back four then, Bridge?
The back four is Perini, Goff, Moore and Robertson.
Everybody happy?
Aye, fine.
Right, midfield will take We play with two centre midfield players. George Logan.
Barry Ferguson and Paul Gascoigne.
Wow.
Without a shadow of doubt for me, Barry Ferguson and Paul Gascoigne. Two world-class players that could have played in any team for me, Ox.
All right. What a shout. JFK, then Albert.
Stuart McCall and Ian Ferguson.
Right. Albert.
Oh, I was thinking of Durant and Barry Ferguson. But I think I'll go with George's, Gascoigne and Ferguson.
Fox.
I'm going to go for Gascoigne, Barry Ferguson. But if Barry's injured, I'd stick Big Alberts in the minute.
I love it.
There you go, Bridge.
Actually, I agree with Ferguson and Barry Ferguson. Although I was thinking Alberts. I was thinking Gascoigne would play a wee bit further up, if you follow what I mean. But I can't leave Gascoigne out the team. Let's put it that way. So let's go with Ferguson. I'll go with Ferguson and Gascoigne.
Is that Barry Ferguson?
Barry Ferguson.
So you would put Barry Ferguson in there before Ian Ferguson?
Yeah. Oh. I like him.
I'll be quite honest. I don't think Barry Ferguson could have unleashed Ian Ferguson's boots. Although Barry Ferguson...
There we go, George Logan. You want to come back in there?
It's all about opinions, but Jimmy's wrong. I mean, Barry Ferguson was what I think. My honest opinion, I genuinely believe that Barry Ferguson was world class. I genuinely they believe that. They Champions League games, UEFA Cup games they played in against Dortmund and against Villarreal and all these teams. I just think he was absolutely outstanding. And for me, Paul Gascoigne was world class as well. I mean, Jimmy's not wrong in what he's saying about Ian Ferguson, Stuart McCall, Bridgman saying Alberts and that. You can't go by any of these guys. We really can't. Ian Durant would have probably been in there as well. But for me, to have two top-class, world-class players that could have really played in any team in Britain at the time, Paul Gascoigne and Barry Ferguson for me. I can't go past them.
Well, I'm going to go past them, George, with my selection.
You'll be wrong to you then.
My first one would be Gaza. Yeah. With the flair. What he could do is, he was a flawed genius, Gascoigne. And the other one, I'm just making sure my dates are right here. And I'm going to sneak this. I'm between two players that would do a similar role, and I get your Barry Ferguson one. Barry Ferguson was an absolute superb player for us. Ian Ferguson was brilliant, and I'm between him and one who came to his 80s, was there for a few seasons, and I believe would have been there a lot more. But the rules changed with the free foreigner rules. Was Nigel Spackman. I thought he had it all. Pass, big, physical, right down, play the game. But because of the longevity, and because he's a right good blue nose and a right good guy, I'm going for Ian Ferguson.
Good man.
What have we got, Bridge?
Well, up to now, Gaza is winning, and he's got, I think it's four people want Gaza in it. I think it's between Ian Ferguson and Barry Ferguson. I think Barry Ferguson got 3. Can we just confirm that? Because I said Ferguson and Gaza, George Logan said Ferguson and Gaza, and I think Fox said Ferguson and Gaza. I think so. Can we just get that confirmed?
Are you right, Bridge?
I went for Alberts.
Okay, so we've got. Oh dear.
Yeah, I said Gaza and Ferguson.
That was you that said it. I do apologise, pal. Okay, so but Gaza and Ferguson have 3 each there. So that's going to be difficult to topple. Ian Ferguson, I think, got 2, which was yourself, Fox, and Jimmy.
Yep.
Anybody else shout Ian Ferguson? No. So there's only 2 for Ian Ferguson and 3 for Barry Ferguson and 3 for Baza. Gazara.
No mention for Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. What a strange, what a team he must have had back then, huh?
They mentioned it. Oh, we've still 2 to pick, haven't we?
Aye, two wingers, mate.
Well, 2.
Well,
Ian Durant as well. Trevor Stevens, you got all them to think about as well.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
What is a middle?
You've got these to put forward, so.
Right, we'll go the right-sided midfield. GFK.
You see, the right-sided midfield for me, my two left and right, but I'm going to go for Brian Laudrup on the right. Okay. Do you want me to tell you who on the left? I can't keep him out of the team because I want him in the team as George Alberts. And that'll be my 2 in there, you know, because just like what Fox said there, no, but we've left Van Bronckhorst out, you know, and I just think Laudrup and Alberts have got to be in that team. That's just who I think anyway, mate.
Aye. That's fair enough, mate. Okay. Bridgeman. Okay,
can we go with George Logan on that one first before me? Because I might be. Right, I don't want to mix MD up.
No, well, I'll go. I'm going to go with Laudrup on the left, Bridge.
Right.
I always remember Laudrup being on the left, and for me, I'll go with Laudrup on the left and Stevens on the right. That would be my.
So Trevor Stevens for you.
Trevor Stevens on the right, Bridge.
So you're Trevor Stevens. Oh wow.
Yeah, how can we have a midfield and Van Bronckhorst isn't in it?
I know.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yep.
Incredible.
Oh dear. Foxy boy.
Oh, this is another hard one. God. I've got to agree Laudrup's got to be in the team. So I'd have him in and Craig or Stephen, there we go. Jesus. Another guy that I'd like to have put in the team, another underrated player, I thought was Claudio Reyna.
Brilliant football player, mate. Absolutely brilliant football player.
I think I would squeeze him in the right. Laudrup on the left.
So that's Reyna and Laudrup.
Aye. It's hard to leave out Neil McCann and all, but never mind.
So Laudrup's got 2.
Oh. Albert.
Laudrup and Durant.
Laudrup's got 3.
It's actually an impossible midfield to pick, isn't it? Absolutely impossible.
Another one just came in. Another one just came into my head here. Peter Hoostra. What a player.
Mikhailochenkov.
Mikhailochenkov, I know, mate, aye.
It's impossible.
Did any of you guys say that you wanted, what do you call him, Big Alberts? Who wanted Alberts?
I did, mate. I said no.
Right,
no.
Okay.
At all costs, Alberts is going to be in the team. Can you know of Alberts?
So it's just the one for Alberts at the moment, is that right? Just to confirm with you guys?
Yep.
Right, okay. So you have a lot of nominations here.
Okay. I'm voting for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. You've got a team there. You've no got a Van Bronckhorst in the team. Claudio Reyna's had a vote, but I don't think he's got to be in the team. There's no Ronald de Boer in the team. You think to yourself, how lucky would we? I mean, you could have picked 2 teams out of that table at all to come up against each other. What a game that would be!
I would plump for Laudrup on. For me, I would plump for Laudrup on the right and Alberts on the left. That's who I would go for. Now, one of my favourite players of all time that I've ever seen at Ibrox was Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, and I can't imagine why I'm not picking him. I don't understand why I'm not picking him, but there you go. Incredible. So
I'm going to have to go against Alberts here.
Go on then.
And I would have Van Bronckhorst, who I thought was nearer world class than Alberts was, even though Alberts done it for us longer and more consistent.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So we'll get
Van Bronckhorst.
Overall, we've got 1 for Gio, 2 for Alberts, 1 for Durant, 3 for Laudrup, 1 for Trevor Stephen, and 1 for Claudio Arena.
I would have to go. Laudrup's got to go in the team unless you played them up beside the forward, but I think we'd accepted the wingman, so I'd have to go with Laudrup as well.
So we'll get 4 for Laudrup and 2 for Alberts, and the rest are all singles.
There we go. That's it. That's the team.
That's the numbers. Mike. So Laudrup, it'll be Laudrup, Ferguson, Gaza, and Alberts.
Barry Ferguson.
Ferguson, sorry.
Yeah.
Even guys like Kanchelskis, Neil McCann and that unlucky to get that deal.
We can't believe it. Ronald De Boer's not in the team.
He came 2000, but didn't he?
Oh, sorry, I thought he came 99. Did 2000, it was me, aye.
Right, so we move on to the 2 strikers. George.
My 2 strikers would be McCoist and Marco Negri. I mean, I would obviously want to go for Mark Catley as well, but for me, just you want your strikers to score goals, and McCoist, the goals he scored, and the goals that Marco Negri scored as well. So I couldn't look past it too. Of course, you could go to other guys as well. I mean, Billy Dodds and Wee Wallace and that as well. Of course, you could, but for me, it'd be Negri and McCoist.
All right, okay. As a football player, he came as late in the decade, but Michael Moles was just something else in that position for me. But I mean, I would have to, if I was picking a front 2 as a combination through that era, I would have to plump for McCoist and Haitley. JFK.
It's a no-brainer, mate. McCoist and Haitley. Definitely.
Albert.
Haitley and Van Vossen.
Oh, big.
No, I'm only kidding. Haitley and McCoist.
If he'd have scored that one at Parkhead, he might not get a bad rep. I don't think he was enough.
That's
true. Fox.
I don't think you can turn your head away from McCoist and Haitley. They had a great partnership, scored a lot of great goals. They would be the pairing for me.
Bridge?
Yeah, I can't dispute that. I would like to, I agree with you that Moles was outstanding, a fantastically skillful guy. Unfortunately, his injury let us down, should I say, not him down. But really and truly, McCoist and Haitley were deadly, weren't they? They were absolutely deadly as a partnership. Oh, goodness, it's really hard. Really, really hard.
Yeah, my big jukeboxes in there, I know, weren't they?
Absolutely. Yep. Players that you love, I mean, players that you absolutely adore. I mean, I was thinking, before we went into all this, and it looks like McCoist and Haitley have won it, because I can't take my eyes off your selections for McCoist and Haitley. But I was thinking Ronald De Boer could even fit in up there, you know, with Moles. So Moles and De Boer type of thing, you know. But my goodness, you can't take away from McCoist and Haitley, in my opinion. So at the present moment, we'll get 4 for McCoist and 4 for Haitley. And the only other one we've mentioned really is Moles in contention. But
so we've got a team. We've got a team that a guy who went on to play for Arsenal, Barcelona,
won the Champions League.
Can't get in it.
Can't get the team.
How good would be? On you go, Albert.
He's not a bad sub to have, but is he?
I like you, Michael Moles.
Well, some of the classiest players that we've ever had aren't in the team. When did De Boer arrive? Was De Boer not actually late?
Is that your? Is that
2000? That's what it is.
2000.
That's okay. My guilt's away. No, we've got Gorham, Perini, Goff, Moore, and Robertson. Laudrup, Barry Ferguson, Gaza, and Alberts, and McCoist and Haitley up front.
Is that the 3 subs then? Is that the 3 subs? Newman.
3 subs.
The 3 subs. Newman,
Newman, yeah.
Dustin Moles.
Aye.
Yeah. And Kloss for the goalkeeper.
Aye. Neil McCann as well. If you're allowed 5 subs.
We'd have 30 subs. We'd have I forgot that somebody mentioned Negri. Who was it did Negri?
George.
There's George Logan did Negri. I forgot about that actually. Sorry.
That was a wee outshout there, George Negri.
Aye, that season he had for us, but goals he scored were just world class. I mean, what was it he scored? Was it 39 goals, 30 whatever goals by Christmas or something? 32 goals or something it was he scored by Christmas that season. I think, you're talking about players who were absolutely fantastic. I mean, you've just spoken about Van Bronckhorst, went on to the Champions League, Arsenal, Chelsea, Barcelona, and the World Cup final. I think he was a captain that day. They got to the World Cup semi-final or final. And not even all that, he never got in the team, but not even one mention for a guy who went to the Champions League World Cup final, Rino Gattuso. Not even a mention for him, you know what I mean? So just goes to show you what kind of stars we actually had playing for that team. And obviously Haley and McCoy, the two you're always going to go for, but Negri for me, I mean, even Jukebox Stew, there's guys out there that you just think to yourself, how can the guys not even be anywhere near that team? But you could actually pick two teams, Jimmy, and you could actually
definitely. For me, George, in that centre forward position, when he came in, I know he was unlucky with injury, but I'd never seen anything like it. That turn.
Aye. I actually thought he signed in 2000, Ox, to be honest.
No, Advocates second season, mate.
Was it? I thought it was after us.
What manager played the best football, Advocate or Smith?
Advocate.
Smith in the league, Advocate in Europe in the league. Smith was fit, but in the Europe was a bit. I suppose it was backs to the wall stuff, but I would say Advocate.
You mean from a coaching perspective or from a...
No,
just to watch.
From an entertainment perspective. I think actually Advocate's team was probably more exciting. But the era that we were in, obviously for Walter Smith and what was happening around about Rangers, very exciting time, you know. But I think Advocate's players were really good, really good.
I would say Advocate for the football, definitely, but for winning trophies, knowing how to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Walter Smith, the excitement that was surrounding Rangers at that time.
That's what we're needing right now, a Watty Smith type manager that knows how to win trophies. See that 4-3-3 we play, it's crap. It doesn't win you nothing. It's nice and pretty when it works, but see you win a trophy, get back to what we know best. And that's what Watty Smith's done. He'll win you trophies. And Stephen Gerrard needs to take a leaf out of his book and go, you need to win trophies. Get the Walter Smith way.
Yeah.
I know it's no pretty. I know it's no great, but it's successful.
Was Mark Walter still at Rangers in the 90s, or did he leave? He was still there in the 90s, wasn't he?
Aye.
Mark Walter.
Never mentioned. Apart from the time I said somebody was throwing bananas at him, he's never been mentioned.
He was different class as well.
The Crows for Big Hateley's header at Ibrox 1991.
Different class.
Jaggers 2-0. What a Crows that was that day. Bang. Right in the onion bag.
But I think we did mention last night, George, and the rest of the guys, that when we get to the 90s, possibly the 2000s, you could actually have maybe 2 or 3 teams in that one decade, You really could, as we move forward. The old guard's there, and then everything all changes to the next. So, would you like to do that, Oxtear? No.
But what about the runs in Europe? Smith's against Advocate.
I'm saying that, yeah. Well, I mean, Smith had tremendous runs in Europe. Absolutely brilliant runs.
Well, one.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Well, 92 as well, remember?
Yeah.
2008, 92.
I'm talking about in that decade. One.
Aye, one.
And
Advocate actually showed us how to win in Europe. Let's be honest, he showed us because we never had a clue. We never had a clue. But see, after Advocate took us out, he showed us how to win in Europe.
Yeah, there's a lot to thank him for. I actually thank him. I think his best thing he ever did for us was getting us at Murray Park. At the time, it was going to Murray Park. now the Hummel Centre. That was just fantastic. What an investment that was for Rangers. What an investment.
What about these two shouts of Hateley hadn't get injured and Moles hadn't get injured? What could be done in that cup?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
George Logan.
I think it was you that said to me as well. It was you actually a few weeks ago. We were talking in Ox, and you said about Terry Butcher getting injured a way back at this before the 9 in a row started. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that we could have won today 10, 11 in a row. Going on to that, so it's these things. I mean, the Michael Moe was the ones for me. But I don't know what that guy could have actually became. A lot of folk talk about Ian Durant could have came, but I actually seen Michael Moles, and I think we got the very best out of Michael. In fact, I know we got the very best out of Michael Moles when he came to Rangers. What he done, and he just came to our club and he just lit the whole of Scottish football up. It was absolutely fantastic, and that injury, to watch that happen to him was absolutely terrible. I think he could have went on to, like Van Bronckhorst, Barcelona and all these teams. I mean, I just think he was definitely world class. Ox.
GFK.
I can't argue with that. Michael Moles is a fantastic player. Martin Hateley, as we all know, when he first came, he played like a donkey most of the time, but he came on to be one of the greatest players that pulled the blue on, and Michael Moles was absolutely a wonderful player. Just a pity the injuries curtailed his success he could have had at Rangers, but I love Michael Moles, loved to watch him, loved his wee turns and all that, and turn of speed when he was running with the ball. So, yep, what a fantastic player he is. Or he was.
Rich? Hope he's on mute. Colbert?
Well, Michael Moles, superb. He's one of the players, by the way, that you don't see it very often. Loudrop was an Aaron Gascoigne, but he's one of the players that you want the ball to go to him all the time. Just give him the ball, just give him the ball. Fantastic. What a turn. I mean, never seen that turn before in my life, by the way, and it was absolutely special, really special.
He was a wonderful player. Wonderful, skillful player. And you don't get to see many like that in your lifetime. And he just was it, as far as I was concerned. He had that lift, that gift. And my goodness gracious, what a sad, sad day when he got that injury. And that's you're doing the world out watching absolute class on his game. My goodness gracious. Sad.
Aye, sort of three teams in the 90s. The one at the start, and then Walter sort of changed it with Gascoigne and Loudrop. And then obviously you're the Advocate team. So we won the league every year, bar one in the 90s, George.
I'm just trying to hang my brain there. Too many players actually for that team that you just named there, Bridgman. Everybody we picked. How many of the team players were for the Walters team, and how many of the players were for the Advocate teams? Because that would be quite interesting. I mean, when you actually think about it, for me, I would probably, when I said at the start, Gorham and Kloss, I would have picked Gorham as well. But Kloss was world class for me as well. Obviously, I think Siobhan signed that.
I don't think there was an Advocate player in my team.
Read them again: Gorham, Perini, Gough, Moore, and Robertson. Loudrop, Barry Ferguson, Gaza, and Alberts, McCoist and Hateley.
Not one Advocate player in the team. Does that surprise anybody? No, Walter Smith gave Barry his debut.
Yeah, I suppose I did that in 97.
I mean, Advocate made him a player, but
I'm very surprised at that, Ox. I'm very surprised. There's no players all that array of talent we brought in. You're talking about, obviously, for me, Arthur Newman and Van Bronckhorst and all these guys, and not one of them are in that team. It's frightening, absolutely frightening.
You remember or not, George? See all the players, they were all part of the 9 in a row. Because that was all done and dusted by the time Advocate came. So you're talking about some special talents, and we Advocates players, but the 9 in a row boys, you can't take it away from them. Know what I mean?
The galling thing about that era was that it could have been 11 in a row. We threw it away in '88 to the puddle drinkers. That was quite galling. After winning in 86, 87, and then they threw it away after that.
That was because of the Big Butcher.
Aye.
Against Aberdeen.
Yep. It was all very aye. So you think we could have 11 in a row? What an achievement that would have been. That'd have been fantastic. But hey ho, that's in history now.
Well, like you say, like Oxy's saying there, Jimmy, you've got your 90 to 93 team, your 93 to 96, and then 96 to 2000. I mean, oh my God. I can't never got to European finals and that, but done with the season with Leeds and Marseille, and the Advocaat team played some good teams and bet some good teams, PSV and things like that, but we came up against Bayern Munich and things like that, but my God, they were some cracking teams. They were excellent teams. We never played the greatest football in the world, let's be honest about it, but my God, we had some cracking players and teams at that time, did we not?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And I mean, as Oxy said earlier on, I mean, there's some of the players that we left out there, Van Bronckhorst and Michael Moles, players all through the era. I mean, geez, oh man, these guys would get into any team in Britain, never mind Scotland. So, fantastic players we've been privileged to watch, you know. And but once we get into this, some of the other teams later on, might not get a lot of people coming in that night. Dearie me, I was looking at them last night and I thought, gee.
Jimmy, he was struggling to pick a team.
Aye, that's what I was thinking of. Where, you know, I'm looking at some of them, you know. Aye, of course we've all been privileged enough, you know, and to see some fantastic players, you know. Getting away back to my first time going to see Rangers, I saw Jim Baxter and his second coming at Rangers, you know, but to see some wonderful players all through the years, Willie Johnson, Colin Steen, you know, Derek Johnson, Quinton Young, Alec McDonald, could go on and on and on, Derek Parley, up to the present day players, privileged to be part of that. So it's a great institution to be part of, guys, definitely is.
You know, there's certain moments in games, as everybody remembers, special games, special things they saw. I remember Rangers Celtic playing in the Cup, and we drew nothing each, or one each, or whatever it was, and we went back for the replay. During the drawn game, Johansson and Proven were actually getting a roasting off of Jimmy Johnson and John Hughes out in the left. They were actually giving them a roasting. In the replay, it was a different game because the fullbacks were right into them and it really did get tore into them. So Jim Baxter was the captain for those two games. He might even be captain before, I can't remember, but he was captain then, and it's one of the best moves I've ever seen. They switched wings, the wingers switched sides, and Jim Baxter stopped and went, all right, everybody, you two change over again to keep up with him. So Johansson moved over to left back and David Proven moved over to right back. And it was marvellous. We beat them that night. Fantastic. Just wonderful.
Bridge mentioned the word there. Who would be your captain in that team? JFK, then Fox.
Got to be Richard Gough, innit? It's got to be Richard Gough. Got to be a big Goughy.
What?
Aye.
Can't disagree with that. Gentleman off the park, leader on the park, great captain.
Albert?
Aye, definitely, Gough. Definitely. He handles himself well. He still to this day represents the club really well.
I would put forward as shall we say, Barry Ferguson. I thought was a fantastic captain for Rangers. I have to admit that. But it really is a tough decision. Gough was superb, wasn't he? He really was. Led the team well. I thought Ferguson led the team well as well. So I don't think we'd be short for captains on that side, to be honest. I would give it to Gough. I did like Barry Ferguson as a captain, though. I did like that. What do you think?
The Bull Barry done a couple of silly things after Phil, you know what I mean?
Oh, of course, I ruined his ruined his game. Actually ruined his game.
Off, didn't he? Aye, it didn't half. It didn't half.
I mean, even Rangers fans were laughing at him. You know?
But you look now, and you look at that Scotland, you go, him and McGregor weren't they rang, were they?
No. They weren't, no.
The guy says to me the other night, were you watching the Scotland game? I says, no, how no? I don't support Scotland. He says, you know watching international football then? Well, I've not got a team.
I'm a man F. Reinhardt. I hate them. Especially what they done to Willie Johnson in the World Cup. Hated them ever since that.
I wasn't always like that, Jimmy. I was an ardent Scotland fan for many a year, mate. I used to love going to Scotland games.
No, I'm not decrying anybody that wants to go and see the Scotland. I can appreciate that people want to go and see Scotland, but I was never... I had different things to do. I mean, I was in the bands and all that, in the lodge, and doing different things, going to parades, and Scotland never ever took up any of my thoughts. It was all about Rangers and my religion. So, no, I know I had a few friends that went to see Scotland, but that's fine. They wanted to go and see Scotland, but it never ever tickled my fancy. Could never see the fun in dressing up in a kilt and a see you Jimmy hat. So,
I never done that, Jimmy. I just went to the football or any normal game, mate.
I'm having a laugh here, but...
Do you see that situation ever changing, mate, with the Rangers support? I mean, we've got a load of young boys coming up through the lower age groups in Scotland, who some of them may make the Scotland team. Do you think that if we dug out a gem and they played for Scotland, that we would maybe think differently, especially if they changed the hierarchy, the SFA, etc.?
Well, no, I know if you're not going to get guys that are going to boo Rangers players, especially like what happened to Ryan Jack, and that's nothing to do with the hierarchy, that's to do with the fans that's there on the day. So, for me, I can't see it changing short term, might long term, but for me, I don't see it.
If the situation carries on, sorry mate, if the situation Fox carries on the way it's going now, and the way the young Rangers supporters are getting treated when they go to these grounds, I can see it getting worse. I really can see it getting worse, because it's how can you stand on a terrace next to one of the sheep shaggers? No, I mean, cheering on Scotland when you know this clown next to you absolutely detests you and detests your team and detests everything you believe in. Nah, no for me, mate. No for me.
See, folks, I've got friends that used to say to me, and I dare say it's not the same now, that when you went to a Scotland game, you could still go, and I did see it in Partick, guys going to the Scotland game with a Rangers tap on, with a kilt on, right? And there was guys there with a Celtic tap with a kilt on, and that was quite acceptable.
I know we've spoke about this for a while, and I was saying things like, 5 years ago I was saying Scotland's hating itself to death, and it's the truth. It's actually doing it now. Even now, when there's no Rangers to be involved in any of their cup finals, there's no Rangers players at international level playing for Scotland, and they can't come to terms with anything. They're fighting. They're now wanting to get rid of the manager again. They just don't know what to do, and I think it's all because Rangers aren't there as a stabiliser, you know. There just isn't there. And we just wait to see what happens in the cup finals. And we see the marvellous attendances they get. Shocking. Just shocking. Don't get me wrong, we got beat, so I'm not going to say too much about that.
What a decade, George. What players, what support. Great memories.
Absolutely fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. When you go back there, and even just when you were all talking there, I phased out when you started talking about that lot because I'm not interested whatsoever. The only thing I like about Scotland is big Alex McLeish, because it's genuinely I think I like him. And the best thing that's happened for me about Scotland the last wee while is Big McGregor says no way to play with him anymore. But just when you were talking about that, and I'm still thinking about all the players for the 90s, fantastic. Like, we could go on and talk about that forever and ever. And what you were talking about there, Ox, 3 teams. By James, we were lucky. Three teams and 2 cracking managers, Walter Smith and Dick Advocaat. Dick Advocaat came in and, like Bridgeman said, changed what we done at Rangers. He made a youth policy, and we brung Barry Ferguson through in that, but he gave us the chance to bring folk through with building the Hummel Centre and things like that. And we're actually starting to see a few players coming out of that now. So it was an absolutely great time, Ox. It really was.
And nobody's mentioned the fact that we were absolutely robbed of the European Cup. Imagine if that had been a certain other team. Mm-hmm. Well, let's just say we were robbed of a place in the final. Waldberg.
Aye, that fucking Tappy. That, what do you call him, Marseille?
Marseille.
Shocking, absolutely shocking. But again, if that
I was going
was
to say watch your language, but I'll let you have for that one.
Sorry, mate. Them across the city, that happened to them across the city. They'd be shouting for replays and play the tournament again, or even better, Geese the Cup. They'd be shouting. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Well. Who was it to say that? Who was it we're talking to? They say that the approach on the top of the marble staircase and says it would be better if you didn't win the night. And was it Haley? Was it somebody? Somebody was on about that the other. I only heard it about 3-4 months ago that they got approached at the top of the marble staircase to throw the game. I'm sure it was Haley. It was Haley who said they got offered. Tappy Sake got hold of him and offered them money at the top of the staircase.
Jings.
I seen that interview myself.
I remember seeing that.
He done an interview.
By the way, that kind of stuff should never be hidden away. That should be out there in the open. As soon as that kind of stuff happens, it should be reported straight away. And if anybody wants to cover it up...
To see what I took out of that, Bridge, when Haley mentioned it, I'm going, well, I'm the same as you. I'm saying, why did that not get mentioned at the time? I think a lot of that goes on in football. I still think it goes on to this day in football. A lot of crossing people's palms with Rolls Royces or nice houses in Tuscany and all this nonsense. You know what I mean? I still think it goes on.
David Murray let us down big time.
Flat in Apsley Street.
Flat in Apsley Street. But David Murray let us down big time then. You know, we should have been playing in the final against AC Milan without a doubt. The Moscow team were no way were they the same team when it came to ours that get beat 6-0 by Marseille. So we were robbed. And the ironic thing about it is that it was the first year of the Champions League, and it was Campbell Ogilvie who instigated most of it to form the Champions League, and it had been fitting if Rangers were in the first ever final, because I mean, a lot of Rangers fans do know that what the stars mean in the Champions League emblem, but all the stars represent the teams that actually helped to found the Champions League, and one of them's Rangers.
Anyway, we've reached that time of the evening. I don't know where the last doors went. Bridgeman.
Oh, you know, what a fantastic evening again. I hope everybody enjoyed picking that team. That's one of the most difficult nights I've had picking anything. First of all, I couldn't remember any. Then you start to it floods on. Well done to everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it, really do. But can I just say to every Rangers fan here on Rangers Radio, and all the Rangers fans all over the world, every single one is, please keep it going for the Rangers, because we're building up to the weekend. Keep it going.
See